And we are live. I realized that I lied a little bit. I think I said we were coming back at 4:30 my time, and it's only 4. But I figured that the sooner we get going, the more time I have right now. So let me go ahead here and do a couple of quick things. But yeah, I really want to get wiring going while I've still got a little bit of window of time here. All right, before we get going, I did want to, as always, give a thank you to Fabreeko. They provided this LDO Voron 0.1 kit. Links will be down below in the description if you want to find out more or purchase it for yourself. But they've been absolutely awesome. They're a US-based company, and they're great. So if you're looking for an LDO Voron 0.1 kit, definitely check them out. And back, let's see if the camera's not frozen. It's not frozen. Cool. So just an hour ago, we finished up the mini afterburner. It's completely assembled and installed. And we got the wires zip tied on both sides, as well as on the top. So we are on the wiring portion, which is awesome. So let me go ahead and pull this up. I did take out some of the stuff we need, which is pretty much everything. So starting off with the power supply, I think we're gonna need to go, is this on the bottom? Yeah, this is on the bottom of the printer. So I'm gonna tilt it on its side. Let's see. Yeah, I'm back at it, man. I know that I didn't take quite as long as I said I was going to, but I want to get going on this, man. Like, you know, it's kind of at that point now where I'm just like, let's do the thing. So, all right. So we are going to need some VHB tape. The kit does come with VHB tape, but I will say that it's a little bit thin compared to the stuff that I have. If I can find the stuff that I have. Yeah, there we go. I bought some thicker VHB tape for my first build, and so we're gonna use that. The thin stuff will work all the same. You might just wanna add an extra strip, but let's see here. So we have got, power supply, VHB tape. I don't think, so it says to make sure you got the voltage set correctly, but if I'm not mistaken, I don't think that these power supplies, no, they do. Yeah, so make sure you got it switched. Mine's actually set to 230, which is incorrect, so grab a little Allen key and switch that over to 115. So make sure you do that, otherwise everything will be underpowered. Or if you're not in the States, don't do that because you'll destroy your power supply. All right, so we did the switch. Now we are gonna take some VHB tape, and the stuff is awesome. My biggest issue with it is actually removing the peel on it. Like, it's such a pain to remove the peel. It's not so bad with this stuff, but once you get to the panels, it's really tough to get all of the cover off it. Like, it really likes to stick to the actual tape itself. Let's see. No, we'll do side. Yeah. You said you have a tiny T. What was your lineup again, G Funny? I think you said V0 2.4 tiny T. Was that the lineup? I can't remember. So we're gonna place these two. Aaron's tweezers, God. Tweezers are the answer, huh? I feel like you're absolutely right. Tiny M, that's right, not tiny T. Tweezers probably would be really nice to be able to actually just clip that little corner. I'm gonna put an order for some tweezers after today's stream, if I don't forget. Where is the X-Acto? I feel like the X-Acto might help a little bit. Maybe if I can just peel. See, there it goes. You stay down. I want to cut myself. once you get it going, it's, oops. Once you get it peeling, it's usually not so bad, but just, yeah, that initial lip is gonna be the death of me. V0, V2, and Micron, nice. The Micron is, I need to get better with memorizing, but the Micron is which one? That's the 2.4, that's, I mean, that's the, like, Voron and 2.4 kind of combined. There we go. Okay, and so it is showing that it needs to be mounted with the terminals facing inward and with it up against the corner. So let's go ahead and go to the unbox camera. The reason why I'm not standing on its head is because I'm scared about damaging the mini afterburner. Okay, so we're gonna place this into the corner. And then I'm going to apply some pressure. Just small V2 using, yeah, that's right, that's right. How do you like it? Like in comparison to your V0, do you like it more or not really? I don't know if I know anybody that has both, so I'm curious as to what you think. All right, so that has been placed. Should you just trust my adhesives? You can also, okay, cool. All right, next we are going to grab the, why can't I think of what it's called? Why am I brain farting on what this is called? The buck converter, that is what it is called. And then we are just going to bolt it. Which side does this go on? This goes on this side. Okay, so we are going to grab, we need what, 2 M3x6s. M3x6. Okay, we want this on the same, so we want it like this. It's awesome, flying gantry quad leveling with clicky mod. That's awesome, quad leveling. You can install the clicky on the regular V0, right? I think I have the clicky Pro, maybe I'm mixing it up. But I know that there is, like, cause I got one of them sent from Fabreeko, and it's a leveling mod that uses, like, I think just an end stop, and then magnets. Like, it basically grabs it, does the leveling, then drops it back. Okay, so we're going to be installing the buck converter right here using the holes that are nearest the terminals. So I'm just gonna go ahead and slide these. How close do they have it? Okay, they have it nearly all the way. That one, did you 100% self-source, or did you, is there a kit, or did you convert, or how, like, you know, convert a V0 over to it, or how did you go about getting all the stuff for that? All right, so I'm gonna slide this as close as I can get it, roughly to the ends, to the Z stepper. Let's see. Come on. All right, power supply is in place. Buck converter is in place. What is next? Cool, next we're taking the Raspberry Pi and the SKR. Heat sinks we'll add after. We'll put this right here. Self-source right now, but a kit is in the making. I build mine using the CAD files. Nice. Do you know who's making the kit? Is it LDO as well, or is it a different company? I wonder why. Like I know that there's a lot of kits now, like at least LDO is kind of swooping in and making like quality kits for a lot of these Voron builds, but why do you think that, because Voron's not new, like I know that Nero has been a part of Voron for some years now, and like just like wondering why, like now all the kits are coming out. I mean, the only thing I could think of is just like hype, like, you know, like there's enough demand for these builds now that it makes sense for them to make kits, while before there wasn't enough. Like I think that Voron Zero's recently crossed like I think 1,000 makes, and so like yeah, that's 1,000 printers, but like it's still not a lot. Deep Fried Hero, why does it sound familiar? Is that a community member? Let's see, so we need M2 by 10 self-tapping screws, 2 by 10. And we are going to install, let's see. All right, so just following along with the, let's see this in focus. Basically the side that has these holes sticking out needs to be the side where the USB ports is. And then we're just gonna insert self-tapping screws into the 4 holes to basically secure this. So we will go, just put this right here for a second. One, two, three, 4. Come on, screw. Okay. Damn it. Oh. The amount of screws I have dropped during this build alone is insane. He sent the ER. Ah. Yeah, I've definitely watched. Is he the developer behind that project, or no? He's just sourcing the kits. Yeah, I've been watching. I think I've watched a few moments here and there of the actual live stream, but I've been actually watching them after the fact. While I'm like working on projects, I've been having his enraged rabbit carrot feeder streams on. dude, these are tight. These little self-tapping screws do not want to go in very well. Oh, it broke. I knew that was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna happen. Oh, that sucks. I'm going to keep going for now because I can print and replace it after, but for some reason these self-tapping screws are really not wanting to go into these parts, at least not tight. I almost feel that if they were shorter, they'd probably be better. No, he's a vendor. He's a vendor and it has a close. Okay, gotcha. That sucks. See if I can get it removed. It's weird. I feel like, I mean, it's probably not the case, but I feel like the self-tapping screws from this build, at least for this this Pi, it feels way longer than yeah, it shouldn't be this freaking stuck, man. One of the one of the legs off of the God, you can see, oh, you can't really see it, can you? One of the legs broke off, which is insane. Like I felt it when I was tightening these screws in, that they're just really, really tight. Which I don't remember. I do not remember that on my previous build. I might have to just break this printed part off. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can just like cut it off. One sec. It's still so stuck. Yeah, it doesn't actually, it seems weird to me that the self-tapping screw is going way deep into this board, or into this printed part, which just seems really unnecessary because it's just a PCB that needs to be held in place. But yeah, like one of the posts just completely broke off. So yeah, time did go by quick. I also started up, I think a little bit early, Lisa. I think I said I was coming back at 4:30 and I came back at 4. I was like sitting on the couch. I was like, all right, I'm ready to carry on. All we've done so far is we got the power supply mounted and the, oh God, what is this guy? The buck converter. But yeah, I broke, the leg, side cam. One of the legs broke off from these self-tapping screws. It's an M2 by 10, but it's like, that is a really, like, if you look at, oh, I can't really see that well. It goes really far down. It almost doesn't make sense to me. Like it shouldn't need to go even close that far. Unless I don't see how I'm using the wrong screw. It says M2 by 10, which is what this is. Or what this is. It's very odd to me. Oh, nice. Although, I'm gonna try something really quick here. If we can get the other three in, I'm just gonna let it limp along with 3 legs because it just needs to hold the board, and I can, again, print out, let me unscrew these. Because the hole does go, like looking at this piece, the hole does go all the way through. So it should technically be able to go all the way through, but like once it was going to like the halfway point, it didn't want to spin anymore. Hey, Marcus. It's by Stream Beats, which is like royalty-free music, but it's like kind of their, I don't know, like retro-y music. Okay, this side's going. It's it's still getting super tight, but let's see if I can get it to go all the way. Yeah, then it starts to strip. It just seems crazy to me that the screws are that long. Whoa. If I had smaller, like half the size self-tapping screws, I'd much rather use those than these. So what I might do is just kind of loosely fit these. Dude, I can't even get this. I might just loosely fit these and then install it with those three, and then afterwards, change out the hardware or whatever I need to. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll just do that. I mean, it wants to, like, it's already starting to be tough to get in, and it's still got that much further to go. It just doesn't add up to me. I feel like it's getting pretty close to breaking off another leg. All right, let's put that off to the side and switch over to the SKR board. So for the SKR board, it looks like long leg goes like that. Yeah, I'm either gonna like remix that part, and so that way I can put a brass heat insert and M3 screws or something, or just make it where it takes M3 screws. Just, it's very odd to me. I didn't have the issue like that at all in the first time I built this, so. Okay, lining this up with the photo, the long kind of off leg goes down there. And for this one, we're just using M3x6s, so hopefully these will go right in. I have a Pi 2.0 sitting somewhere. Yeah, I ordered it from Canada. I couldn't find any in the States, so I'm actually gonna be doing a video in like a week on installing Raspberry Pi, or Octopi on it, because I haven't done an Octopi install video in quite a long time, and the process, although it hasn't ever been difficult, I wouldn't say, has gotten even easier. So I'm gonna be using it for that, and then just I'll plug in a webcam to make sure that everything, is working well with it. Yeah. I may end up trying Clipper on it as well, but I don't see how. 1 second. Okay, something is off because even this is near. This is incredibly difficult. I wonder if the parts just are slightly over extruded, but it's just weird. I haven't had any issues with this build up until now. Okay, well that one nearly went in. Where did you order yours from, Sam? And yeah, it was an hour, Dustin. I was gonna take an hour and a half break, I think, or hour 20, but I just wanted to get back at it and see what we can get done as far as the electrical goes. I did break a leg off of the Raspberry Pi little mounting thing though. For some reason, the plastic or self-tapping screws are not wanting to go into those posts. I want to get those to use for Octoprint, then use the Pi 4. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of where I'm at too. Is I have ooh, that is not very straight. I have like full-size Pi in my other Voron, and if I can just use Pi zeros or Pi 2 zeros, I would rather use the Pi 2, you know, the full-size Pis for something that actually needs it. Let's see if this doesn't break. It's getting super tight. I'm really scared these legs are gonna break off. Duct tape. Adafruit. Gotcha. Yeah, I had set up, so Adafruit was out by the time I saw them, and then I went to the notify me when available, so I ordered the one from Canada, but I paid a ton of money for it because of, well, it's Canada shipping. And so I had went on Adafruit, and basically they apparently have enough oomph to do input shaper. Hell yeah, that's what I was wondering. I figured they had enough just because Gina from Octopi had said she'd been testing them out and they worked great, and that she was adding them to her like official supported Pis. But yeah, so I tried ordering from Adafruit. Adafruit was out. I put my email in to get notified, got the email saying that they got 500 of them in, and later that day when I went to order, they were out again. So I just got the one. I'd like to order at least one or two more because I have a couple of printers I want to convert to Clipper, and if I can use those with input shaper or you know, Octoprint or Octopi without having any kind of like stuttering or being able to use a camera if I want to, then I really like to use those. LSD is back. Awesome, thank you. Thinking about using my Pi 3B for other projects. In the Pi 4 GB for my 2.4 cam plus touchscreen. It's not a bad idea. Okay. This is in. This one did not snap on me. Thank you very much. Let's get a piece of VHB tape. Stick this on the back for now. All right. So yeah, the Pi is looking sad. The mount for it is busted. And even if I could just get these other three, that'd be fine. But you know what? Let me see. Where's that drill bit? Let me try something. VHP everything. I never used VHP prior to my first Voron build, and now I kind of love this stuff. It's just simple and it holds very well. Actually, originally, before I was using it for, I actually did use it on this cart. Now that I think about it, a couple of the light panel has a cable that goes to a bigger power supply brick. And so I VHB'd that power supply brick, both of them, to the back of this cart. Okay, let's grab this little, where's that drill bit that I had? Or you know what? I'm gonna grab, see what drill bits I got. I'm gonna try to drill it out a little bit so that way these self-tapping screws don't have such a difficult time. Drill tape is a good way to have to, geez, 50 pounds, that's insane. All right, so I'm just using this little, what is this? A 1/16 inch drill bit just to try to clear out these a little bit because the first post snapped off quite easily when I was trying to get the self-tapping screws in. So I want to get these other 3 working so that way I can put it in place. Then I'll probably just later on reprint out this part, maybe. Or I'll leave it. We'll see, it depends. Or maybe I'll just use wash, I don't know, I'll figure it out. Okay, let's see if that helps. Because it was just unbelievably stuck. That's insane. I tried, so I tried using, oh, what are they called? Command strips. And we got some that were rated for really, really high weight. And we hung up a bunch of pictures on the wall with them and they all fell pretty much. So we got trust issues with the command strips. All right, come on. Yes, okay, so I don't know, maybe it was from warping, maybe it was from, maybe I had a little bit of over extrusion on these, but it seems that taking a drill bit and just kind of clearing it out a little bit made it where I was able to get one in without damaging it. Hot glue it, it's like an Ender 3. I wish I had thought to pre-drill before this guy snapped off. Where is the? No, I totally destroyed the one that broke off. Never mind. I forgot that I went to town on it. Yeah, I'll very likely just end up reprinting this at some point. Oh, come on, dude. I think this one's a little bit stripped. Let's try a different screw. There we go. Awesome. All right, you can hardly even tell that it's snapped. I feel like it's probably still gonna be completely fine, other than me just knowing in my head that I did a kind of janky job on the board. Just because the Pi doesn't really, nothing other than the USB coming off of it, and then the two headers or whatever for 5 volts that go to it and ground. There's nothing really going on with it. It kind of just, like if it was the SKR's mounting board, I'd be a lot more concerned just because there's so much stuff going to it that it's kind of got more weight going on, but we'll see. We'll see. I think I'm trying to convince myself more than anything. Okay. Let's see, what's next? Okay, so Pi is getting mounted. Should we do side unbox cam? Okay, so Pi, is going to be mounted roughly there. And then this guy is going to get mounted here. Yeah, like this. Like that, roughly. What screws are you using for the Pi? I hope they are smaller than M3s. They are. They are the self-tapping ones, the M2 by 10s. But the M2 is fine. It's just the by 10. Once it got to like, I don't know, 5 or 6 millimeter, the last 4 millimeter was insanely difficult on them. So. All right, let me go ahead and peel off the VHB tape. Come on, VHB tape. Why you gotta be like that? Ooh. There we go. Okay. So this one, again, facing this direction. Roughly, that seems about good to me. Yeah, that feels about right. Okay, so that's the broken side, so let's not apply pressure on that side. Yeah, that's gotta be the reason for it. We just got the green light from E3 to further develop the volcano hot end. Yeah, I agree. The Pi 2.0. I may end up pulling this once it's all said and done. If the Pi 2.0s end up becoming more readily available so I can pick up them, I might just full swap on a lot of them because I just, for the sake of, this is a more expensive board and it's got more inputs and more. I know that I think they said the CPU is similar to the Pi 3, but that it's running, like it's clocked slower or something like that, or clocked differently. So I would like to swap out probably. Just again, right now they're not available, and I had to pay $30 for mine because I had to get it from Canada, so the shipping killed me. What do you mean, LSE, that we got a green light from E3 to further develop the volcano hot end? Has the same CPU. Yeah, it's okay, so it's just clocked differently. Do you know why they clocked it differently? I would imagine there's a, I would imagine that there's some sort of limitation, which is why that they clocked it at less than the Pi 3. Let's see. So this one needs to go in this orientation. Uh-oh. Okay. That feels about right. That seems pretty good. Nice. Let's put the heat sinks on while we're at it. Let me see here. Yeah, I'm gonna do the heat sinks real quick too, since I feel like I might as well. Here they are. Heat and power, that makes sense. Where did you get yours from? Because you're fairly local, G Funny. Did you go to Micro Center out here? It means we use LSC converter for design to make sure user friendly enhance its performance. Interesting. It's open source though, right? So like you could have done it all along. Or are they saying that you can make designs and sell based on, like, I need more info. So if I'm not mistaken, E3D has always been open source up until now with the, I mean, not that they're not open source, but they're at least their their latest hot end has some patented stuff around it. So I know this is a Voron stream, but I do have a question. Does anybody here have or plan on building a rat rig? I've only looked into them so much because I've been so focused on Voron, but like, it's definitely something I'm interested in too, just kind of seeing what like that, that side of things is like. I don't know much about it really, other than the machines I've seen and that they, you know, also are Core XY and run very, very fast. All right. Okay. Oh, Canada, right? Canada was Canada, right? That's where I got mine. Rat rig, go drink time. Is it like I don't know. Let's see. Oh, they've already got the power. What did I drop? What did I drop? Hold on, something flew across the way. 1 second. Okay. Oh. I guess if you want 500 by 500. Gotcha. Is there not much incentive other than bigger build volume? Like, since I think the biggest Voron technically is the, what, like 350 by 350? Yes, but we got it in writing from them that they will take no legal action against us using it for developing. Even it is open source, we just want to take it to the new industrial level. Interesting. I did adapt the rat rig gantry to my coreception. That thing is truly an awesome design. Okay. Yeah, I'm curious about it. It definitely, you know, it's got a fairly large following as well, and the performance of it seems awesome. Let's see, screen. Oh man, one random heat insert on the side of this. Let's see if I can do this little heat insert real quick. Where did I put? Okay, soldering iron is down here. Awesome, I have enough length to leave the whole iron down below. I'm just gonna insert this real quick. Brass insert. All right, so we just need a single brass insert to go into the side of this. Easy, cool. Now I can just put it back here, turn it off. That was nice, that the iron's really long. Okay, so we've got that. Now the next thing we are going to do is install it into this side with two M3 by 8s. M3 by 8s. Oops. All right. what am I doing wrong? Ah, okay, so it just lines up. Oh, the camera died. Damn it. It keeps happening, and I don't notice it. Let's try this again. That's really annoying. Deactivate, activate. All right. So the brass insert is gonna line up with the little hole in the peg right here in the foot. So we'll just go ahead and drop, nope. Wait, that just doesn't seem right. Why does this see, oh, I am goofing. There we go. Okay. And so there should be two, whoa, get low. Should be two nuts down here already. So we'll go ahead and move that. It's very difficult to show this on camera. All right. All right, we got that in. So I am going to tighten the two screws. Yeah, I know if you on this cord got the micron frame from LA so far, looks good. Misumi is 20 miles from my house, so I went that route. Where is Misumi at? I didn't know that they were in California. All right, those are good. And then it says to insert this. Just drop it in. It doesn't seem right. Oops. Why does this not look right? The mains inlet. Okay, so this jumps from there to there. Oh, no, okay, so you just match up the colors. Let me show this just in case. So like, all right, so they use the same wires, colors on this that you're gonna wanna use. So brown with brown, like brown right below brown, blue right below blue, and then yellow and green off the side, which also completely aligns with the BOM and the instructions, so that's really nice. If I can get this to slide on. Okay. Holy crap. Hey, what's up, Average? Oh, Torrance, okay, so like Los Angeles area. That is a tight fit, which is definitely what you want because this is the mains, but God. Are you done with your build average? God. As soon as I figure out, as soon as I get these on, oh my God. These are way tighter. Oh, okay, gotcha. Dude, have you done the plug for the actual power cable? These crimp connectors are taking an absolutely ridiculous amount of force to push on. Like, almost worried I'm gonna damage it. Like, I get that you want them tight, but come on. I almost feel like I have to loosen them a little bit. I don't really have... Yeah, the brown ones are definitely a little bit worse than the blue. I used a needle nose plier. Ah, okay. That makes a lot of sense. I feel like that would have made it a lot easier than trying to use my hands. It's insane to me. I don't have needle nose pliers, but I do have my handy dandy vice grips. Let's see. There we go. Use a tool. I mean, again, I guess I can't really complain. You want these to be nice and tight, but it's just way tighter than on my other Voron build that I did. Oh, come on, there's no way. There we go. Wait, now it's loose. Dude, I'm like, I shouldn't miss gym day for the last 2 months. Dude, we're getting close. We're on the last one. But yeah, just, holy shit. All right, last one's cool. All right. use a tool for the power cable to get these on. That was rough. Okay, unbox cam. Now we're gonna slide this through. Okay, looking good. And then we need to insert the M3x8 into the side. Which you can hardly see, but it's right here. And it's, what did I say, M3x8, M3x6, M3x8. That should go right into that heat insert, hopefully. Yeah, cool. Secures that. Now we are going to connect these wires to our power supply. Let's see. Okay, so we've got live, we've got ground and neutral. So we will do the very end here. It's really nice having everything pre-crimped, other than the fact that their crimp game is really, really strong. Very, very strong. All right, so boom. All right, that's aggressively tight. And the last one. All right. Just gonna bend that so that way it sits nice. All right, those are in. Gotta keep the crimp pan strong. Yeah, that was nutty. I bought a harness for this build. Oh, you bought LDO's harness? Or a separate harness? All right, mains are done. Next we need to do bed ground. The bed ground cable is only, that's for the old build, right? Like when we're using mains, I don't think you need that. The heated bed, I don't know offhand actually. Does it say on it? I don't know. I could check because it's the exact same one that I bought on the other one, for the other Voron. So 24 volts in, 2 SKR, 2 PSU. Gotcha. Where did you ground it to? .5 volts PSU. Okay. So we're gonna grab the other two, nope, wrong. Other two harnesses. One's gonna go to the buck converter, and one's gonna go to the SKR. So let's do, you don't have a V0, do you, Dustin? I feel like I asked you. I think it was just because of the size, right? It was too small. I think you have like two 2.4s. Okay, both of those are in. And then one of them is going to the buck converter. This one, right? Yeah. Oh, we'll get low. Let me see if I can get more light. There we go. That's way better. Too small, yeah. All right, so input 12 volt to 24 volts. So we are going to put it in on this side. Negative. Black cable. Positive. Working on my third one, then I think I may do a Doom or I might do a V0, not for me. The V0 would be for my daughter-in-law. Oh, nice. I did up installing the bed ground, but it's a pain to do since I've already installed the bed and chain. Yeah, I did too. I didn't ground my first one. Yeah, I did not ground the first Voron build. And it's the same bed. I wish it sort of showed that at that point. Let's see, what is this? Oh, okay, so then let's go ahead and let's install these. Where is, I think this is in, right? Yeah, power. Do I have a flat head somewhere? And negative is on the outside, positive is on the inside. Okay. There we go. All right. So we installed this and that. Wait, what? Did I goof? I installed it there. Interesting. Big Q Tech, SKR Mini E3 2.0 pinout. Wait, so there's two inputs? It's weird. I guess I'll use the one that the I'll use the one that it states both of the, oh, okay, all right. Oh, these aren't even in that well. Yeah, I'm actually gonna use the other one just because I've got a clear, I've got a clearer shot as far as being able to see what's going on. And I said what? Ground is on the right. Why are these not going in? There they go. I'm gonna really clamp down on these. These they slid out a lot easier than I thought they were going to. All right, there we go. Those are in. Yeah, it's weird. What's the reason for dual inputs? I can't think of why you would want dual inputs. Unless it needs it in certain circumstances, depending on what it's powering. But, okay. So, next to it is the print bed, which we've got. And then the thermistor for the bed. All right. Wire management? Really? Is that the reason why? Depending on how you want your wires routed? Or are you joking? Oh, that makes sense. That does make sense. Oh, what the? Why is this popping? That makes sense though, for the sake of, they need at least to have the one where the Ender 3 one would be at. I forgot that that's how this board originated, was a drop-in for Crowdies. All right, that's in. And then we never put the plug on the, we never put the plug on this guy. Gotcha, okay. I thought maybe you were joking. Okay. Thermistor. All right, thermistor goes in, it shows second slot from this side, like that. All right. Now we are doing Y and Z end stop. With Z end stop, we definitely, oh cool, yeah, they're both right here. Huh, we don't have the plug for, I may have misplaced that plug for the end stop. Good thing I've got spares. All right. Ooh. Let me make sure I wired in the right way. Okay, so Z end stop should be right next to the thermistor, which is this one. Okay, and then Y end stop goes right beside that. And then let's see. So the A motor is the topmost motor, which goes right here. B motor is gonna be the second one that goes right here. And then Z, we don't have, where did I put, let's see. Dude, some of these motor cables, at least the Z, is like way overkill long. I may end up after the fact doing some crimping, even though I know that comes with that like center beam thing you can install for wire management. But this is insane how long this cable is. We'll use it for right this second, I guess, but it's definitely, we're gonna have to hide it. All right, those are in. Raspberry Pi, it says. I think it came with a USB cable, if I'm not yeah. Yep, Raspberry Pi cable goes even this, no, it's not tight. We got it. Come on. The fattest cables making me struggle. Okay. There we go. And then we will plug you in. Man, it's kind of ugly. This is where that missing leg on the Pi is really gonna get me. Oh, it's okay. That's all right. Yeah, that cable is insane. I mean, again, I saw that people are using the like wire loom like this guy, which I guess I'm probably gonna use since it came with the build. But if it were me and I was doing my own thing, I would cut this down and just crimp my own cables. All right, all that stuff is plugged in. Now we get to make the wire loom with the cables on top. Let's see. Where does this guy also go? It must. The XN stop must go in the same kind of bundle of wires. Interesting. What I don't know is, because I've never used this kind of loom before, like what is the plan of attack? Is it just kind of get an edge in and then just work my way down? Maybe that is gonna be the best way. Did you guys use heat shrink with this stuff or no? If you did use this exact same wire loom, because on my first build I used heat shrink for both ends, but again, mine was, this is a different wrap than what I was using. Oh, LDO has their own wiring guide? Why did you say something? Even though I guess I did kind of say that one of the goals I had was to just use the official manual and see how it goes. That way I could see like what is the experience like for somebody that doesn't use really any other resources other than the manual. Like, how feasible do I feel that it is? I feel like we've done a pretty good job. Like, we haven't looked at the CAD files or anything this whole build. Granted, I have had some chat help, definitely at certain points. This is actually a pretty nice, it's a pretty nice little wire harness or whatever. Those wires look good, but don't know how long lasting they are. That's why I chose the spiral wire loom. I used to use the spiral wrap ones, and honestly the only reason I switched was because of the look. I like the look of these so much more, but I totally agree that, well, I guess Prusa's use them, and so they must have decent longevity. You know. But yeah, I also use the type that you're talking about. Cut off the end of this a little bit. Look at that, it looks beautiful. But I am thinking about using some heat shrink. I guess I could just do another zip tie and not heat shrink. Maybe that's what I'll do. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that for now. I might end up heat shrinking the ends though. Just to kind of, one, help hold it in place, and two, I kind of like the way it looks with the heat shrink on both ends. They're very scuff resistant. I don't know if I like how I did that. It's alright, we're gonna leave it like that for now. And then on the other end, actually, I don't know, a zip tie on this end probably doesn't make any sense because it's not gonna be visible, and if I need to have wires poking out on different points. But yeah, I'm thinking if I do a heat shrink kind of over the top of this, it might be nice versus the zip tie. Lisa says, don't forget to like the video. Thank you, Lisa. He's always on top of that. All right. Cool, now it's pretty much just time to plug in all this stuff in the back again. Trying to think if there's a better way for me to show you guys the wiring actually. Let's see, what about this? I can move this camera. I don't know if that's gonna be any better. It's not as clear, but anyways, it's also gonna make it tougher on me, but I'm gonna try. Okay, so to hot end, we've got heater. Let's see, so we've got the 24 volts in, we've got the line for the heated bed, and then beside that, these shorter ones are going to be for the hot end. So we will go ahead and find those two. Ooh, don't fall off. Oh, dude, I'd shed a tear on stream. Come on. All right. I feel like all you can see is hands. Yep. I knew it. You really want to clamp down too on these ferrule connections because otherwise they slide out really easily. Okay, so that's in. Okay, and then next to that we've got the part cooling fan followed by the end stop for the X. Are they labeled? That I don't know. Let's see. This says TH, which oh, that's gotta be thermistor, which is where, thermistor is down at the very end. Okay, so the thermistor wire, if I can grab it, it's definitely a tougher angle, is at the very, very end, right here. Oh, that pie is totally shifting around. Sorry, Raspberry Pi. It's all right. I will re-see that later. And then again, part cooling fan, X end stop. The labeling is really nice. Part cooling fan. Okay. What about the hot end? Oh, hot end cooling fan is right across the way. Hot end cooling fan is right there. Between the frame, not over the belts. Oh, dude. You're talking about, yep. This should not be going over the back side. It goes right here, right in between. Again, because on my first build, I didn't run the wires. Like I ran it with the harness. It was completely different. That's what you're saying, right? Like it needs to go in between the AB motors. Right, Pi? Sent you DM in Discord with the wiring diagram. Okay. Does the wiring harness go between, like, is it supposed to go over the belts, or does it go like between the frame and the belts? I didn't, like, I did the umbilical cord mod on the first build, so I don't know. In the photo, it looks like it goes over the belts. Under the belts, okay, so I was doing it wrong. The following items have been soldered. Okay. Oh, that's, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I think there's actually a little cutout that it needs to go through. Let me see. It's for, bells are ringing. Pretty sure that there's supposed to be a piece of cut out material. Yeah, this guy. So, so this basically, after the fact, goes where, like, in between it, and this helps keep everything in place. So it definitely does need to go between, like, before the belt, so I have to undo that. And then, thank you very much for sending over that. So the wiring with the LDO kit is also going to be slightly different if you use their centerpiece, which I probably will. There's also a section for the zip ties right here. So let's see, we did that, we did place that, that's fine, but that's how their Pi is, so that's what you're talking about. The Raspberry Pi goes completely different. Make sure to leave enough clearance to the bottom side for a USB cable. Yeah. What is this, this piece right here? I've never seen that. But yeah, we are going to, based off of this, shift around our Pi. So instead of our Pi being where it's at, hopefully I can remove it without breaking. All right, so based off this, Pi actually faces downwards. That's just a reflection? Interesting. As far as the PVC duct, how is that attached? Do you just use a strip of the same VHB tape? And also, how did you cut yours? Or does it? Nope, it just snaps. I mean, not very cleanly, but. Yeah, VHB, okay. Thank you, thank you very much for sending me that link. I know that Average mentioned, I believe, that he had placed his Pi differently based off of LDO's instructions, but for some reason, like, I don't know, I wasn't thinking this is too fat. Let's use the VHB that they gave us. I feel like Aaron's gonna be home in like 45 minutes, so I'll try to get done with what I can. I could probably do 2 strips with this. Oh yeah, side cutters for like the filament, right? You know what? There's not exactly space for 2 strips. At least I don't think so. We'll just do 1 down the center. Cut off the edge. All right, and then we need to cut the top part of it too. Where the hell did I put the top part of it? Oh, it's right here. I feel like as the build's gone on, I've progressively gotten a little bit more like cluttered. Like it started off so strong as far as organization goes, and now I'm like, eh. Okay, so we're just gonna cut this right about there. Right about there. Again, not the prettiest. Cool. All right. My dog is dreaming or making like sleep dream sounds. Okay. So now we are going, oh shit, don't stick to everything, please. This would have been easier to place earlier, for sure. Okay. Ooh, that is crooked. There we go. Yeah, I have like a love-hate with wiring, you know? Like, it can be so kind of, if you take your time, it can kind of be like relaxing, but it also can be incredibly frustrating and time-consuming. I think like I'm at the point now where I'm like, I really just want it printing, but as much as I hate to say it, I don't think we're gonna have it printing tonight. I think that we'll get the wiring done, and then the next stream, which as much as I'm super bummed to say this, is probably not gonna be till Wednesday of next week. I really want to get this done, but just have to work on the main video for the channel, and I need to put in some hours on Friday to work on some stuff for it. Okay. Okay, well I should probably leave. Make sure you leave enough distance to the bottom for the USB cable, which should be fine. First, let's connect the power supply, the USB cable, and the heated bed cables. So it looks like they run just about everything. You guys can kind of see the wiring, right? Like I feel like this is probably the best angle camera-wise that I've got right now. 24 volts in. Okay, cool. I just, out of all the camera like angles, I think that's probably the best I can do for the wiring. I've never used one of these before. I don't know exactly how I feel. It kind of just feels like an excuse to do like a shitty wiring job and hide it. Okay, that seems okay. This is fine. Yeah, this cable is so damn long. Awesome. Okay, so thank you for everyone that let me know, or I think it was Pi that let me know I was installing the wiring harness incorrectly. Okay, so it says start off with that. We did that. The result. Cool. Now connect the Y and Z end stops, which come down from up here. Y end stop. Yeah, that's right. So you save time by not having to shorten the motor cable. Just shove it in there. Just shove it in there. You won't even know. Yeah, I mean, it's effective. You know, I'll give it that. As far as this goes, I feel like I'm probably gonna need to shorten this wrap a bit. Yeah, I'm gonna cut a little bit more of this wrap off just because I'm gonna need a little bit more length for the wires. Oh shit. There we go. Okay, so following back to the LDO wiring guide, we did the stepper cable end stops. Looks like this, and now it's saying run everything else through. Be especially careful when the hot end fan as you insert the pin in the wrong direction. Excuse me. AB motors. It also says with the motor cables you can cut yours shorter, like if you want to crimp them. All right. Okay. So it looks like the USB cable, they want it running through this as well, which is kind of cool because I think it'll act as a divider and not let things pop out so easily, maybe. Holy shit. There we go. There we go. Yeah, the USB cable does a great job of like being a seatbelt, keeping everything in place. Precious cargo. Bam. Not the prettiest, but again, effectiveness is, I guess, what we're going for. Okay, so now we should be able to just go back to the guide. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, it has a little cover thing that I cut off this guy, so it might be growing on me. I don't know. I wasn't sold on it at first, so I wasn't sure one to actually even use it, but I think it's starting to grow on me a little bit. Okay, so let's go ahead and redo the things that I was doing before I realized that I was doing them, well, before I was told that I was doing them incorrectly. I will say, like, it's stuff like that. So I definitely would have figured out that I was installing the wires, you know, like incorrectly in terms of it not going in between the belts, but the call outs like that definitely save a lot of time, which, you know, is something I didn't have the first time I built this, you know, when I was just doing it myself. And so the amount of times I had to like redo things. What I'm saying is I appreciate you guys. Because, yeah, I didn't have help, obviously, the first time. And so it's been nice. This feels loose. Yeah, I don't like that. Come on, Farrell. I will say getting this Farrell connection in after having this little wiring thingamajig in my way isn't super fun. It's tough to get the right angle. There we go, I think, maybe. Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right, those are in. Next to the hot end heater, we've got part cooling fan. Thermistor goes on the very bottom we established. Let's see, this is end stop X, which is right here. And this is the hot end fan, which, wait a minute. Hot end cooling fan, oh, it goes right here. And right here. Man, that feels really delicate. Then we've got motor for the extruder, goes right here. Bam. Then we've got U, which is the part fan. You going right there. I think that's all the plugs. Let's see. See if I can kind of nicely feed this through. Oh shit, I really bent one of the, let me see here. I'm sorry. Holy crap. There we go. I bent the hell out of that. Okay. I don't know if I'll be able to get all of this in here. Okay, that's feeling pretty good. Let's see if we can get the top piece on. Oh man, it's super jacked. Hold on. I thought I only bent up one of the sides, but this side looks terrible. Unless this isn't the half that I... Oops, I hit my head. Where is... I don't think this is the half that I was gonna use. Where would I put it? I need to rewind the stream. Where would I put the other half? If anyone sees it, let me know. But there's this jacked up half cover was the half that I wasn't gonna use. The half that I was gonna use, I don't know what in the world happened to it. It's a pretty big, this is a pretty big piece to misplace. I guess we could probably use it. Let's see how long it, it's gonna be a little bit short, but it's close enough. But yeah, I think that's what happened is the half that I like kind of cleaned up is missing. Oof, Aaron's gonna be not stoked. It's flinging a bunch of shards towards the front door. Okay, that's better. The dog's still, yeah, right. The dogs haven't moved. I think Delilah's in the bedroom and the monkey is sleeping by the mantle. All right. Whew. Oh, this one bent. Come on. It's always there we go. There we go. It's like this last little guy. Did the other side break out? I don't know. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It definitely isn't probably how I would have done it. This side, this could probably go in there too. But it's not bad. It's effective for sure. Okay. So that's it, no? Yeah, it's definitely effective. I've never used those before either. There's a lot of firsts for me with the Voron build, but that's pretty nice. I do know that there is a piece, so let's see. In this printed bag of goodies, there is a cover for the, let's just go over the mains like that. There we go, cover those up. That way, keep fingers out. Oh, I know what I did not do. I did not, oh, interesting. They use, I use the GPIO pins to power the Pi. They use an actual micro USB. So we'll plug that into the Pi. Bam. Then we will wire that. I forgot to wire that into the buck converter. So let's do that. Let's loosen these guys. Whoa. Come on. Music stopped. Oh man, that is a tight fit. I might need to, I think the Pi needs to go down just a hair. The VHB tape is pissed at me for removing it like the 3rd time. Again, I think I'm gonna redo this Pi connector, or the Pi mount, because my initial one got so jacked up. Let's put a new piece of tape on. I used some printed ones like that on my last build. Oh, these little like wire loom things. Yeah, I'd never seen them. I will say that it is a much quicker experience than, you know, going through and like crimping them to size, which is what I did on the previous build. I think that looks cleaner, but for the amount of, you know, hours I put into it, I don't think I'd always want to do that. So I do think this is a pretty sweet balance as far as time and looking pretty good. All right, so Pi needs to be a hair closer down for the sake of running the power cable to it. Let's bring it in a little too. That feels good. That seems like it's still pretty tight, but it's at least better. Music has completely stopped. I really like the reusable zip ties. Hey Blake, nice, how's your build going, man? What are the reusable zip ties? I've got like the Velcro reusable, you know, for like wire management, but I don't know that I've seen reusable zip ties. They can't be as, yeah, I think maybe you're talking about what I'm thinking of, which is more for like wire management than like really holding something tight. All right, that's in. So all of our wiring should be done. These cables are pretty freaking long, if you ask me. Like I don't know. I may come back to some of the wiring on this. I think a few things could be shortened a bit, but again, it's overall not bad. What I don't know, oh cool, I did print out. So we're gonna also bolt up. It doesn't show you in the instructions anywhere where to install this, does it? Well, there's this this little guy, which is for zip ties for this harness. And I do have, oh shit, you know what? That might not work. Yeah, we might not be able to use it actually, because this wire loom is like up too high that I don't think it's gonna fly. I didn't actually use it, well, I couldn't use it on the first build. I don't think we're gonna use that, we're gonna skip that. I don't think it's gonna be necessary. I'll hold on to it just in case, like if I drop this down, but it's just, yeah, I don't wanna move it. 7 picture. You talking to me? G-Funny? Pretty good, a bit of warping on the parts, but they are usable until, gotcha. Trim off some of the end. You know what? I might be able to just split this. Let's see. Okay, so it bolts downward using an M3x10. I just wonder. Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. All right, so we are gonna grab an M3x10. I think Aaron gets off for right now, so I've got like 20 minutes maybe. Hang out with her a bit when she gets home. All right, screws going through. Let's slide this down so I can pop it out a little bit. All right, now we can zip tie that. This guy's not gonna be able to go any further than probably right there, which kind of looks janky. I don't know how I feel about that. I am tempted to trim off some now. Let's see if I cut it. Killing me, Smalls. All right, we're gonna remove this real quick. If I can. I don't know if I can. This thing is so stuck. You know what? I could just trim off the sides without probably removing it. Let me try this. Just the cover. Yeah, I don't like the way it looks though, just like having it. To me it looks off, but I can. All right, we'll trim the cover then. I know, I was committed, ready to just cut the frame. I had my concerns were like obviously pinching or cutting a wire from something that was routed through it. Yeah, I'm not crazy about how it looks, but again, it's like, it's not. Let's see, this is about where I want to cut it. I was ready to full send and just cut it up, man. All right. What are you doing? Don't get tangled. There we go. All right. Is it beautiful? No. Is it effective? Yeah. Okay, zip ties. It doesn't look too bad. It really doesn't. That's more better. Break out the teeth. Yeah. That's pretty. And then once I get that top piece in place, it'll hold it in place a little bit more. So it should be ready for firmware, which I'm not gonna do tonight. Oh, here's this piece that I was talking about. So it needs 2 M3x6s. Let's do that. Let's do that. Yeah, so I think my game plan is, sad as I am, man, I don't know, we'll see. I'm like tempted to do a short stream Friday and just doing firmware, and then a stream next week where we like put on the skirts and stuff, or not skirts, yeah, I guess the skirts and the top hat and stuff, because I need to still print out some of that stuff. Instead of just waiting till next Wednesday to do a stream, because like we've gone so far, part of me just really wants it to print something. But yeah, I just can't do firmware tonight. We'll see. I might just hold out till next Wednesday. Honestly, there's not that big of a rush. As much as I am excited, really excited to actually get this thing printing, but we still kind of have a, you know, depending on what we want to do, we have a ways to go. Like, I'd like to, you know, do pressure advance and input shaper on stream. I think that'd be cool for people to see. All right, so this is going to go like that. These cables need to go down. This needs to go through the slot. Cool. Yeah, so there we go. This is that part, Lisa, that I was kind of talking about earlier, where once you have that in, it'll keep it, well, it still might touch the belts a hair, but it should pretty much keep it out of the belts. Words are tough. So we need what, 2 M3, yeah, M3x6s is what we said. Yeah, and you can reprint that broke part. Gee, don't talk about that broke part, man. Yeah, I think I will. Yeah, we'll probably take a pause after today, and I'll schedule it for next Wednesday, and we'll go ham next Wednesday. Just so that way too, for the sake of the videos and stuff I'm working on for the main channel, I can put some hours into that, because I really need to. Why is this not? What the heck? Oh. Come on. This, why is it not going over that way more? Oh. Okay, I got it. That's right. So reprint, I need to reprint the broke part. I need to print out all the panel mounts. And I need to print out 2 more pieces to the top hat. And then we should be good on printed parts. We could swap out that part really quickly and get the clipper stuff going, which might take me a bit, honestly. Even though I just did it a few months ago, I still might take me a little bit of time. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. I might add a couple of small zip ties like on these guys, but look at it. Look. And I also think I might end up adding, I think the zip tie right there looks kind of meh. So I may end up adding, oh, it's gonna be a pain in the ass to add it now. Oh, I might not be adding it, but I was originally thinking on adding some heat shrink tubing to right there, but we might just rock the zip tie. So we'll see. It might not be that big of a deal once the top hat and stuff's on, because I don't know, it's probably not gonna be nearly as visible. Honestly, this, even with the heat shrink, it doesn't look that much better because it kind of warps a bit. Well, I am proud of how much we got done today. We streamed for 5 hours, which is crazy to me. But look at it, like, I mean, we're just about zip ties are life. I do use zip ties a lot. I just don't know that aesthetically they're the most pleasing looking thing. But yeah, I love zip ties. They save my life all the time. God, it looks so good. I really wish I could just go like that and it would print, but we need to flash clipper and get mainsail installed and test the thermistor and the heating elements and all that good stuff. So I think we call it here. I think that I feel like we're in a really good place and it'll allow me to clean up a bit and kind of get things prepped. Thank you everybody for hanging out and chilling, providing feedback, making jokes, you know, all of the above. I definitely got some help and good recommendations from chat today that I'm really excited and thankful for. And yeah, it was a really successful day. I think I'm ready to kick my feet up, enjoy it, look at it for a couple days just as is, and yeah, get those part printed out so that way we'll be good and ready to rock and roll. And then I will schedule, I'll schedule next Wednesday's stream by this weekend latest. By the way, check if the extruder's grub screw is actually screwed into the heat insert. Everything else. By the way, check if the extruder's grub screw. The extruder grub screw is actually screwed into the. What? Oh, I'm not fully understanding. Everything else looks great. What are you saying, Average? What are you seeing that's wrong, man? Does anybody else see what or know what he's talking about? Is this the piece you're talking about? It's definitely in there. I don't know if this is the part you're talking about, but it's, yeah, that part's definitely in there. Okay. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we are good. So, yes, printing parts, making sure I've got everything we need to go for firmware, and Wednesday we are printing something. Right? Did you hear that? Earlier when I installed it, I said it sounds like, this is wrong? What's wrong? It should be fully in when you close it. Oh, you're right. It is fully in on my other. Yeah, there is something off. I don't know. I might have to disassemble. I don't know what would cause that though. Like, let me see. It's just further out in general. Like it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to disassemble some of this section. It sucks. I'm probably gonna do that off stream between now and next week so that way we can continue. And then I will relay back whatever I discover silly thing happened inside. I'm bummed out that that's the case, but I'm also really happy that you saw it. So that way it's something I can take care of. But yeah, that piece should be definitely going inward when I close it. I didn't notice it. I don't think anybody noticed it. F's in the chat. F's in the chat. That's a fail. But it won't be that much work, I don't think. I will have to cut, zip tie, cut, zip tie, cut, zip tie, cut, zip tie, unscrew, unscrew, you know, 5 screws, and then hopefully I can fix it at that point. Yeah, I think that it didn't hook onto the lever, like it's hooked on the other side, because I'm looking at the other mini afterburner I have, and it should be inward more. Even when it's up, it should be inward more. This is definitely incorrect. Yeah, it's not that big of a deal, but it will take a little bit of time. Like I don't know, maybe 30 minutes if I'm just doing it on my own. So thank you for letting me know. I'm sad, but I also, I appreciate it, man. All right, everybody. I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your week. Regular video will be on Saturday, which is pretty cool. I don't want to give any spoilers, but it's a pretty cool video on the regular channel. And then I will schedule this for Wednesday. I will have that fixed. I will have the Raspberry Pi broken part that I broke today replaced, and we'll be ready to just bring this home. So good luck with your build, Blake. Let me know. Well, if you're around next week, no. I'm super happy that you noticed it, because again, we would have gone to print and then realized it, which would have been more of like a, you know, tease than me seeing it now. So it's all good. All right, everybody, have a good night. If you didn't hit the like button, I forgot to say that for some time now, but hopefully I'll see you guys Wednesday and we'll get this thing printing, all right?